Londoners whose homes or businesses will be hit by noise and pollution during the construction of the high-speed rail link HS2 claim they're being short-changed in terms of compensation. They want a similar deal to those affected in rural areas, where people living up to 300 metres from the work will get additional money. Alex Bushell has more.
HS2 promises to bring our cities closer together, but is town paying more than country to have it built?
When the construction begins, it will be right where that white van is.
Residents like Lucy are upset that they're not being offered the same level of compensation as those in the countryside who live nearby the proposed route. The government say that's because those who live here in Euston will not be as adversely affected by noise and pollution as rural communities.
I live on an incredibly quiet road, as you can see. I live opposite a school. There's very rarely a car that goes by. I don't understand why I wouldn't be entitled to some form of compensation for my home being changed so drastically by a building site so near to my house.
When construction begins, a 3.6 metre high wooden hoarding will be built along the length of this road. That's about the same height as the ledge of those first floor windows. On the left will be the construction site, on the right the businesses and residences that remain, and they say it'll be like living next to a Berlin Wall. But is that being just a little bit overdramatic? After all properties demolished to make way for the route are guaranteed to be bought at a minimum of their market value. The government says that's more generous than is legally required. But for the leader of the local council here, that simply isn't good enough.
People are going to have to put up with 10 to 15 years of construction work. There's going to be a Berlin Wall down the middle of the road that residents and businesses are going to be overlooking.
Businesses agree. This hotel on Euston Street wants £6 million a year to offset the number of guests who will no longer walk through its doors. HS2 still has a way to travel, but now London politicians, businesses and residents are working closer together to lobby government to ensure they're not left behind. Alex Bushell, BBC London News.